All right, Mr. Know-it-all Joseph says he knows everything. We need that engine. If you guys remember, we were looking for this engine at the wrecking yard that day that was 75% off. So this car is wrecked. It has the engine, and we're just trying to know how many miles and if it's not knocking or if it runs good. So he said to go ahead and hold on. We're gonna have to move those to get to this one because you can't do it from the front. You gotta do it from the side. So we can just push those forward and then come over and grab this one.
Push this one forward.
Yeah, we can push those two forward and then come over and grab this one, and then obviously, yeah, move the other one and just set them over here, I guess. A good engine and transmission as well. You can see it was rolled or wrecked, but he's not cheap, and I don't know, prices are pretty high. So we only buy them when it's a must or we can't find them, like this one, because he wants $500 for it. The only privilege is that we get to hear it run, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and throw the jump starter, and hopefully the keys are in it. I didn't even check, but we couldn't check because that car was here. But if we can hear it run, I'm gonna look, see if the keys are in it. If we can hear it run, that's the only benefit we have. Otherwise, it's gonna be a bust and we're not gonna be able to do nothing. Jeez, right in my ear. My ear is ringing now. What happened? Oh, you took the key off? The alarm is still going on. That's gonna suck. You might not let it turn on. Oh, it actually started. Nice and quiet. There's a little misfire, huh? Probably because it's to burn fuel off or something. Is this a drive-by-wire or what? Or does it still have a cable? It's a wire. It's electric. $282,000 miles.
Yeah, but that's not really saying that's the actual miles on the motor, though.
Right. The only way to find out is checking the VIN. All right, so you guys remember that CRV came from my backyard, and so did that Integra. It hurts me to see this Integra here, but like I said, nobody bought parts. Nobody wanted to buy anything. After he came over here, somebody said to message him about the taillights. The taillights are still intact, but I can no longer get the taillights. Obviously I can, but now they're gonna charge me for them. I don't want to pay when I had it in my house for months and nobody bought them. So it hurts me to see it here when I know I can use parts, but I don't want the county after me, so that's why it's here. It was a clean shell. They didn't remove the other eBay rear coilovers, door handles, the mirrors. All right, let's go negotiate on that engine, because that engine has almost 300,000 miles, and I don't feel like paying more than $300. If he says yes, we'll probably take it. If not, I don't know if Joseph wants to pass or get it. How desperate are you?
It's not 300. I won't.
Yeah.
That's how the other engine sounded. Remember?
Sounded good, and then all of a sudden it started developing a rod knock. They're notorious for that. So yeah, we'll go talk to him, see what he says.
Quick example of why people drive Toyotas, why Toyotas are expensive. We bought this about 6-7 years ago. We bought it with 160,000 miles. We put 200,000 miles, and it now reads 360 something. We've been to Mexico, TJ, Washington, Idaho, California several times. I mean, you guys can think it's been everywhere. And wife posted up for sale, $4,000. It turned into a bidding war. Ended up getting more than what they said. It only lasted a few hours, and the only reason we sold it is because we got a newer one, a better deal that we decided to go ahead and upgrade. But we still kind of thinking about it, and we do kind of regret it. But if we leave it parked, you know, turns into a rat's nest, and that's the end of it. But yeah.
All right, for those of you that ask, what do I use when I'm cleaning the wheels or I'm cleaning the engines? It's this is what we use. We get it at our rallies here in our local. That's the stock number. They actually have a stock number. You can see that stock number C77-5. It's a 5-gallon barrel. We call it a barrel, but it's a jug, or however you want to call it. If they say some stuff is toxic or cancer is whatever in California, this is above and beyond that. So I don't think they're gonna sell it in most of the states. I remember I tried buying it to introduce it to my in-law because he does a lot of that stuff, but we couldn't hear. They never heard of it. They don't know what it is, and I don't think everybody has it. But we have it. Luckily, we've been buying it for probably what, 8-10 years now. It works really good. It's very strong. You gotta wear you're supposed to be wearing a mask when you spray it because it makes you cough. It is very, very strong. Do not spray it on interior at all. Most of the plastics, it'll stain them, like it turns them white. So not completely white, but it stains it. I mean, you can see here, this is metal and it's paint, and you can see where it sprays sometimes and it stains it, so that your interior can end up like that. Do not use it on anything interior. If it's, you got to spray it and remove it right away. It takes seconds. All right, 2016 Acura MDX. Today I'm gonna show you guys, and you guys are probably wondering, and I'm gonna let you guys know why I don't buy expensive cars to flip. It's a good example. The only reason I bought this car, it's because we needed an update or an upgraded vehicle. We had a Sequoia, and you guys seen the other video. We had that other Sequoia, and it was time for us to upgrade vehicles. This car, I paid $4,400 out the door. $4,400. It was primary damage, was hit on the front. Joseph did a really good job, patched it all up. We saved the bumper. The bumper was over $1,000 if I was to buy it, so that would have hurt big time. Save the bumper. I bought this cover online, $40. The hood, it only has that dent. I was able to pop it. My brother helped me pop it out, saved it, saved the hood. Everything else is really, really great, and it still smells like new. Airbag, $480. The cheapest one I found on eBay, $480. B&R, $800, $750. Seatbelt deployed, $120. You gotta have a seatbelt. So this one was a must, pretty much. I could have just left that other one temporarily patched and whatnot, but that's not right. It doesn't look good. So how much are we in it? $600, 40, and then I'll show you guys 40 for another part on the back, 80 for the radiator. I found a trunk online, marketplace, and I came to check it out. He wants $1,100 for it, same color, everything's the same. And you guys can see the only damage in the rear, it's this. And I took it to a body shop, but they said it's very hard because this thing has some creases, you can see them. And they say it's gonna be really hard to match these creases. It's not gonna look the same. And then he also has another dent up here.
You can break
so we are just gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna go ahead and replace the whole trunk. It sounds a lot of money. It is a lot of money, but so I'm gonna go ahead and replace the whole trunk. That way that way it looks fine, and then I don't have to paint it. So that was that. This one was the most expensive one, the trunk. It was $1,100, and the dude helped me install it. It was the only one available in white. I didn't want to paint it. I didn't want to go through all of that, so I had to buy it. I couldn't. B&R has one, and it's a black one, and they wanted $950 with a few dents. This one had the dude said it was a 2017. He had 40,000 miles. I believe that it still has the tag that you have to remove when you purchase it. This one is there's a base model, and then there's advanced package, and then there's the technology advanced or premium. This one's the middle one. It's all-wheel drive, V6, runs really, really good. This is the other trim that I had to buy because it was missing, and then obviously it's missing one right here, another little cover. I'm not worried about that. I would have if I was to sell it. Interior, everything, I didn't have to do nothing. There's nothing to do on it. Everything smells like new. Everything's clean. They never used a third row seat. It was folded down, and it has a cover on it. Yeah, what else? That's it. AC condenser was savable. It was pushed in, but it scared me when I took it off. I mean, it looked mangled, and I took it off, and pressure went everywhere. I thought there was no freon because it looked mangled. Straighten it out, works good. Radiators, the radiator was busted. The fans, I was able to save them. They were cracked, but Jose patched them up. They work fine. I already drove it to Washington, my cousin's house. That's when I bought the trunk too, and runs and drives like new. So afterwards, I would have been in it probably somewhere around, I would say $65,000 to $7,000. $65,000 to $7,000. If I was to sell this on the street, the cheapest one I saw with the branded title was like, I think it was 11.5, 12 grand. So for me to make money, I would have to sell it at 8 to 9 grand. I would make 15 to 2,000 bucks, and I'm risking a lot of money. This is the reason why I don't buy these newer vehicles, these expensive vehicles. They're nice, you get a lot of money, but you get the same amount of money and you risk less when you buy the older ones. You guys remember that EK hatch? That was a big score. You guys remember the Subaru wagon? I'm put some pictures of it. He actually sold. It was pretty much free. And then you guys remember that CRV, $300. Both of them. We made more money selling those than selling this one. This one, right after we decided to keep it, because as soon as when we bought this one, the wife decided to sell our Sequoia for it. She fell in love with it, and that's why we kept it. So to us right now, we're on it like $2,500 because we sold our Sequoia. It's like we traded it and we gave a little bit more money. But the other one, I'm sure reliability never lost its value, but I mean, this one's way newer, has way more smoother, and yeah. But so hopefully that explains. This is why this video is about. I'm not showing it off. I'm showing you guys why I don't buy newer vehicles. A lot of people ask me, why don't you just buy newer ones? They hurt your pocket big time. Parts are not cheap. This is why I'm showing you guys. Always ask, find out. I didn't know that the bumper was $1,000. The trunk, $1,500 if it was the right color and no dents, probably in that condition. So just there, you're at $2,500. Airbag through them, B&R. There's people, you guys got to remember, there's people out there that they don't have wrecking yards. They don't have a lot of resources. So their pocket hurts and they won't do it. This is why this thing got totaled, because in the insurance side, the repair cost, this thing was like 15 grand. So to them, it wasn't worth it, because you got to go buy OEM dealer parts. They don't cheap out. So they totaled it. It wasn't worth it. But look at it. You know, somebody's trash is somebody else's treasure. So we're gonna enjoy it. We're gonna make a good use out of it. So yeah, that's it.